Could we be seeing Rodrygo heading to the Emirates Stadium this summer? Let's get into it. So Florian Plettenberg from Sky Sports Germany is the one that is breaking this story as of today. According to this tweet here, talks have actually begun between Rodrygo and Arsenal. Now, this isn't the first time that we've heard about this, because also if you follow Arsenal Twitter closely, Hand of Arsenal, who is a prominent account, did mention that Berta had used intermediaries to speak to Rodrygo's representatives to feel out what his personal terms may be. But one thing I would say is to just tread carefully with stories like this. It's still very early on, and from what we've been understanding, Berta's approach has been to speak to all of the relevant wingers, attackers in the market to feel out where we could be landing in terms of signings. So I guess what I'm trying to say is we could see Rodrygo, we might not see Rodrygo. However, if he is the option that we go for, I think he's a fine option, man. This is a player that's been forced out onto the right wing, but he's predominantly a left winger, which is a problem area for us at the club. 23 goal contributions across 50 games for Real Madrid this season. And look, he's a bit out of favour, but he's still producing some output, and we know the level of class behind him. And like Charles Watts says in this tweet here, essentially, when a player like that is becoming potentially available on the market, a club like Arsenal need to explore it. And with that being said, I'm going to throw it to you guys now. I personally really like the prospect of signing Rodrygo, big name player, class act, and in terms of comparisons, it could be a Alexis Sanchez type situation when we bought him from Barcelona. The reports or rumours are suggesting that it's going to cost about £80 million to get him in the red and white. So if that's the case, what would you do in the striking department? Because that is a big outlay for an attacker. So I guess what I'm saying is, would you spend the majority of the budget on an £80 million winger who we know is class, and then maybe go a little bit in the cheaper realms when it comes to a striker? Or would you rather we spent that kind of money on a striker and look elsewhere for a winger? Me personally, I think if he's available and he wants to come to the club, I'd go for it, because I think you could wiggle around and find a number 9. Maybe that's on the budget side of things, and then have someone like him in the ranks, because we know left wing's been a massive problem. But look, that's just my opinion, and football is nothing but opinions, and I want to know what yours are. So let me know what you're thinking about Rodrygo to Arsenal and what it could mean for the rest of our business right there in the comments.